Good morning and welcome to Monday of week 4 of your Physics 5 a day. And just because we love waves so much, we are having another waves practice day here today before we start the new topic tomorrow. This is just the one horrible microwaves question broken into 5 parts. So print it from the website now, pause the video and have a go. Okay, so part A is definitions. Coherent is the easier of the two. Waves are coherent if they have a constant phase difference. Simple as that. If you're not sure about phase difference, go back and watch the 4th video from Wednesday last week. Okay, but now interference. What is the difference between interference and superposition? Superposition is when you have 2 or more waves that overlap and add up. And as you know, the resultant displacement, the displacement of the resultant wave at any particular point is equal to the sum of the displacements of the individual waves at that point. That's the principle of superposition. Interference is when, if at a particular point, if I add up the waves and I get a maximum, then at any later time, if I add up the waves there, I'm going to get a maximum. So basically, if it's a maximum now, it's always going to be a maximum. If this point over here, I add up my individual waves and I get a minimum, then it's always going to be a minimum there, and so on. And this happens when your waves are coherent. This is what happens when your waves are coherent. You get a fixed pattern. When you add those waves up, you get a fixed pattern of maxima and minima and the bits in between. And this is called an interference pattern. Okay, so what does the mark scheme say? Well, in fact, the mark scheme says, for the first mark, interference occurs when 2 or more waves superpose, and second mark, then you get the resultant displacement equal to the sum of the individual displacements. So in fact, the mark scheme basically states the principle of superposition. You will, of course, have written all of that in your explanation, so you will be covered. But if it was me, I would also have said this happens when the waves are coherent. It leads to a fixed pattern of maxima and minima. I'd have put all of that in to make sure I got the marks there.